Doing a recap from the Cayman Islands this week. I'm on vacay, so just looking to trade, first half hour and then, hit the beach. So this is a take profit account that I was trading, and this is from a nighttime trade. I just took one trade. I was testing a trade copier and it worked, so took a micro and closed it. So the concept for this trade was we were going long right out of the gate. And once the level broke, play this level to the next level. And looks like both contracts got out. Right here, let me see. Yeah, there was a follow stop going. So they both got like 7, 8 points. So I was up $30 right out of the gate. Then I really didn't know which way the market was going at this point, so I didn't trade. I was waiting for a really good setup, and then I was going to load up, hit profit, and be done. And that's exactly what happened. Price goes up into my area, which is high of the day. Second and third standard deviation on the indicators. That would be this one. You're going to see the green line, high of the day. Yeah, right here, current high. And then we had here second and third standard deviation, middle and outer band. Those are the levels. Once those hit, that's my, kind of my golden setup. I know that term gets thrown around a lot. So a couple things going on here. You got Globex, which usually price hits and bounces before it gets through it. Doesn't usually just go right through it. In this case, this is market open. Again, I usually don't like to trade the first hour, but, I want to enjoy vacay, so I just want to trade and get out. So once I see this is where I know I'm going to load up on shorts. So I took a test trade here at the high of the day. This is second standing. Usually when price gets in this area, it gets thrown. So it could break Globex, high of the days, it could get in here and then have a hard spike down. A few other things. You're at 21,300. That's another area where price generally won't go right through it. It'll bounce. So all of these things in my favor. I had Globex, high of the day, second standard deviation, and this. So that's 4 or 5 confluences of why I loaded up on the shorts. And I only took one here and, got another 20 points probably, 10 each contract. So I was already up like $50 or so on 2 trades, maybe more. And here's where I just loaded up. I think I shut this off. If I have this on and the trade goes down by 200, it's going to close it to protect the account. But I wanted to, hit the profits. I shut that off, loaded up, and you're going to see a bunch of contracts come in here and just boom, boom, boom. And then I took the profits here. I entered some more here. That was a lot. So all this added up to several $100s. Then I was done in 10 minutes. Yeah, pretty much 10 minutes. I think I took one more. Interesting thing here. Like I said, this strategy you can almost trade anyway, and it wins. In this case, once it broke Globex, I was thinking long. So I took the long at Globex, which is 80. So 2 contracts with him, but it went against me. Usually we'll add in here. I was a little early. Came back to Globex. Now I don't want to go past Globex because generally the move is once it breaks here, it's going to touch and then go down. So I purposely get in here. I break even on those 2, make 15 points there, another $30 there. Close all of them out. And sure enough, exactly right, touch and go. So I did take the profit. Took it a little past it, which I usually don't do. I usually go in front of it, front run it like at 77, and I did close it. So it was a good play on my point, and that was it for the day. I think I had to trade a Bullnox master account because if you don't trade it for 5 days straight, I think they close it on you. So I did go in and just take a few trades on it, and I did get it up a couple $100, even though it was micros, and pretty quickly. So now I think that was done, up a few hundred. Waited a little bit, and then you can see some trades here. Again, thinking this is first standard deviation, the red line, and I was thinking shorts here. So I was taking shorts at the levels to levels, and that was a beautiful opening trade again. A few points. See, this one I think was a foul stop and got stopped out. So I made money on one contract. The other one was break even. Entered again. The market was insane. If you were trading today, So my data was kind of freezing. It wasn't letting me move things or add contracts. So I went short here. Normally I would add at these levels, and it didn't even let me. It was frozen. Luckily, my targets were still there. I think that's an indicator, and it did come back and pay pretty good there, from 15 down to 8, and then the follow stop. I think the data was frozen, but the targets were still active somehow. But I couldn't add anything, and if I would have added, this would have been a hell of a lot bigger trade. Another great entry, this level down to here, and then this all adds up. Another 6 points each, 7 points, another 13 points, another $25. Again, here it let me go short here and then add in here. That was the right play, and then this was a really hard spot. Normally I take my profit. This moved so fast, and I guess my targets were down here from the original entry, which was the original targets, and I couldn't even move them. It just hit them, or I might have moved both of them. So that was a huge gain, because this one was, probably 20 points itself. Did I have more than one up there? Yeah, just the one of those two. So it was 3 contracts, another 20 points or so. That might have been it. It was coming up to 10 o'clock. I don't really trade because it was news at 10, so I definitely did not. Oh, yeah, still traded. So this was right before 10. I normally don't trade after 9:55, but I must have saw something good here. And here's a perfect example. Went short, couldn't even move my stops, and they got hit before I got to move them, because it was only like 6 seconds, and I think Ninja was frozen. I couldn't move anything. So I really just re-entered, and then I got to add in, and this one came flying. Again, could not even add in here. So I'm in at 20. I'm in at 29, I guess. Yeah, 29. It took some heat there, but it came down quicker than it went up. And again, I was thinking shorts in this area, and big trade there. Targets. So what was the add-ins here? Yeah, I think it was in at 29 and got out at 14. So these all made again, this was probably up a couple of hundred at this point. Waited till after 10. It was just about beach time, and that was it. I think it took one more trade maybe. Yeah, 10 o'clock I'm not trading. You can see this is crazy price action because it was news. I waited a couple of minutes, and then once I see VWAP coming in, and it's a few minutes after, I like the longs here. Let's see if I took them. Yeah, now it's just about 5 after, and you can see I'm playing VWAP long, and it worked. How many times did it work? Let's just go back and look. And I was waiting for the time in the market to calm down, but you got 1, 2, 3, 4. I took the 5th try and actually won it easily, and within, these trades are 10, 20 seconds. So that was another, 7, 8 points each, another 15 points. And that was pretty much it for the day, and got this up a few hundred. And that's a quick recap. I didn't watch the market after that. I heard it was crazy. But I want to see if the bouncer trade showed up again. That's the one where it goes to the highs and the lows. Looks like it's going to the highs. Yeah. So here you go. This is the trade setup again. It breaks. Second standing deviation hits highs of the day. Now I'm looking for shorts, and I think it really just shot up. But yeah, you won. This again, thrown out of the club. So if I was trading, definitely would have continued to win here. Same setup again, highs of the day. Ludwig level, I think it blasts through. Oh, there you go. Hits Ludwig, comes back. I don't know if I would have got out here, but this is really crazy movement here. Really crazy. I'd be adding in. And I'd probably be, if I was in profit, I'm out at Ludwig. Even if I'm in second standard deviation. But let's see what happens. So again, this is crazy movement. This is more heat than we normally have to take with this trade, but you definitely wouldn't have blown an account. Probably wouldn't even have hit 200 on if I had this on. And it came roaring back, and then, boom, right out of the club. That would have been a huge win with a DCA style trade. Yeah, out of the club. At this point, I'd probably be done with the trade, but still you can see it's short. Globex, you could take one long there and see what happens. And yeah, you're right, one long, and it goes back to the club. It's in the club again. Wow, this is crazy action. Yeah, you're adding in. Yeah, and there you go, another winner, because you're definitely adding in here. Ludwig, it may be even more than 1 or 2. knowing you're going to get the reaction, and boom, you're in profit. And boom, out of the club. So I probably could manage these even better, but it's about, watching the drawdown. You don't want to hit that $200 loss. You want to get your money before crazy moves. So, and you can see, even if you were getting out here, you did great. And every time, look, price goes in, second, boom, thrown right out. The bounces are throwing them out. That's why we call it the bouncer trade. Not only does price bounce out of the zone, but bounces are throwing buyers out of the club. Even here, you broke it. You're in here, high of the day again. If you're playing that trade from the high of the day, it doesn't look like a lot, but that's, over 20 points, and probably goes further. Yeah, almost 30-point drop if you're adding in at this area. I mean, you have to, and you should be getting out at Ludwig, even up here, and you can see why, because the levels get respected. So that's the recap. Again, I would have continued to win, and once I get profits, I'm done. I'm good at shutting down for the day, getting green, shutting down, getting green, shutting down. That's the way you got to do it. And you can see right out. So that this trade, you can see, worked. Even in a crazy market like today, where people were struggling, this was a winner. You took a little more heat than normal, but nothing that would have blown your accounts in micros, especially going in with 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not overloading. I did on the eval account because it was an eval, and it was, had 4 things in my favor, and I wanted to be done for the day, and that did it. That one trade pretty much hit the profit, but I wouldn't do that with a master account, funded account. Yeah, wow, this was crazy. Kept going in. How many points did this one go in? Wow, 30 points. That's still, but look how it came down. So you'd be adding in all in here. Yeah, so you made, say you're in even at 42, but you added in here, right? You would, which you would. So from 73, that's 30 points on only one here, and you probably would have added here and here. So 30 plus this, back down to Ludwig. 30, and this was another 15. That's, 45, 50 points that you got. 40 points is $80. So even in micro, so that's how quick it adds up, and you're done. And boom, out of the club. So you can see the trade just works. Even though I wasn't even trading it, I wasn't even looking at the markets at this time, but the way I trade would have took a little more heat than usual, but yeah, that was a strong bull moves here. Ludwig's, you could see, we're holding up the price. So again, if you're short, take your profits here. If you're short, take your profits here. Yeah, same setup again. And same thing, it gets thrown out. Highs of the day here now. You're at 83. That's 30 points again you'd be adding in. So if you were getting shorts and adding in, and even if you got out at second standing, like this was a good place to get out, not even here. I usually do like here. But it was really, wow, this is crazy price movement. Again, I'd be up here. I definitely love the shorts. Number one, look, again, instead of 300, now we got 400. We're at highs of the day again. You got double Ludwigs and big red here. Love this short. And from here, the whole number again, this is why I loaded up there. If I would have did it again here, you get another 25 points. You put 10, 20 contracts in there like I did. Boom. That's, again, $400 trade right there. Generally wouldn't do it, but it worked at the 300 level, which are 100 points lower, and it worked at the 400 level, even though it was so up. Even after that move up. And this is, this is the club here. Let's see if the price gets thrown out of it. Yeah, of course it does. 40 points from, and it never hit Ludwig. I don't even know if it does hit Ludwig. Yeah. Did it get back up there? I don't even know. Hey, I must have came back to the room for a minute, because look. More winners. Perfect entry, man. I don't know how I knew to go short there, but I guess it was playing a pullback from here and taking the targets here. There we go, Ludwig. Wow, that never happens. Like, I would definitely be short here. and then here. And look at that. Look, I did take it. So I was probably a little late on it. I might have even got stopped out there. Hold on, I saw something show up. Yeah, I might even got stopped out there going short. That's how fast it moved, but got it right back. Seeing this, once it came flying down in and just immediately go, probably just playing. I was a one contract trade. But yeah, this is crazy. Once I seen this, I wouldn't even trade anymore because that's not normal. For a Ludwig level not to hold, to not even get a reaction like that, it's abnormal. But you could see it's in highs of the day, second standard deviation, third standard deviation, Ludwig's, and then boom, gets thrown out. Took another few points there. Yeah, I was. Yeah, I think it data was freezing because these were getting stopped out on me. And then I was entering again, and then it came down. Yeah, and look, beautiful profits right there. So that was a good trade management there. Playing it down, actually taking profit before. I don't even know what this green line is, but did really good with that. And then actually from the Ludwig's. So I took profits, then went long at Ludwig, target. And then this was a follow stop. That got hit, but it made 10 points. So 10 and another 17 points. I'm glad I scrolled. I didn't even know I took those trades, but I probably just added a little bit more. Again, you can go long at these levels. Pull back. Once this breaks, I'd be a little leery. I'd try to just get out of break even or a little profit. But you could see it. Ludwig did hold. You could have went long again. Same thing. You won. Once it breaks, now you're looking short. You're looking for a touch here and a short. Yeah, you got the touch. You went short. If you went again, you would have got in trouble. But again, the bouncer trade, you're in. There's no way really to add in, but it didn't matter because it came right back for you. Would have probably added in, 10, 15 points up here. Wow, what a fight today in this level. But if you were playing that strategy and adding in, you didn't lose. You didn't lose. If you use this level to go short and you went short there, and then look how far down. Right to the second standard deviation, out. So I love that trade. Boom. But you don't want to do this all day. It's very fast trading in and out. Hit your profits and be done. The longer you stay in this, there's going to be one move that just is not normal that could take you out, especially on a day like today. Like if you went, I feel like if you went long here, this trade could just destroy you. Yeah, and it didn't, but it's one of those moves where you're up here. Eventually, it's going to break from up here and it's going to drop 150 points, just straight. And that's when you're going to, either hit if this or you're going to blow your account because you don't have it on. And I don't even know if that happened today, but here's more bouncer trade. And right out again. Very rarely it doesn't work. All day. I mean, this is now for an hour straight that trade worked. What if you would have kept trading, what would you have made? I don't know. Here it is again. It just keeps the highs of the day, and it comes right back. So if you're adding in at the highs, even if you're getting in when it passes the line, you're still making this. If you get in here, you're still making money. And you got a Ludwig in the way here too, and it did bounce, but it blasted through. More because of prices second and third standard deviation is overpowering the Ludwig at this point where it's just going to throw price out. It's a good shot. It could hit and bounce. It looks like it's getting through. Yeah, it hit Ludwig. Gets thrown out. So the trade just works all day. But here's the move I'm talking about where eventually it's just going to drop like a brick. Yeah, eventually this is going to happen. If you keep trying to do it, and then you're going to have a problem. You can see it came right back though. But it wants to drop like a rock, but it didn't. Yeah, there you go. Eventually this happens, and then you get in trouble. So make your money, get out. There you go.